Our voyage today transports us to the picturesque landscape of Telangana state, namely Phanigiri. Here we will embark on a captivating exploration of a lesser known historical entity, embodying a Buddhist sanctuary which belonged to the period as early as 1st century BCE to 4th century CE. Perched on a hill's summit, shaped in the form of Phani, meaning hood of Naga snake, this important historical site brings to life a well-planned Buddhist monastic habitation built around an intricate tapestry. We encounter here the awe-inspiring Mahastupa, Chaityas, Viharas, Silpa mandapas, Shila mandapas, votive stupas, along with an abundance of Prakrit language inscriptions in Brahmi script and ancient coins. We have with us Professor Parul Pandya Dhar from University of Delhi, who with her expertise in the history of ancient and medieval Indian art will connect us further to the world of the monastic life at Phanigiri in the ancient times.
Well, Phanigiri, in the Nalgonda district of southern Indian state of Telangana, derives its name from a hill shaped as a serpent hood, the chosen site for a majestic Buddhist Mahavihara built during the early centuries of the Common Era. This Buddhist complex, of which you have a long view on the right, belong, however, to the 3rd and the 4th centuries AD, that is the Ikshvaku period. Excavations here over several seasons have brought to light the base of a grand stupa like the typical Buddhist stupa architecture found in the Andhra Telangana belt. Particularly famous are Amaravati and Nagarjunakonda, but the place is dotted with sites. But we do know and we do learn of royal and elite patrons, donations by monks and nuns, and the important role played by a group of Navakammikas or supervisors of artistic works. The revered monk Vinaya Dhammasena. So monks were patrons and monks were also very deeply involved with the construction activities alongside the royalty. There is mention of another Navakamnika, Buddhisiri of Vardhamana, as well as 2 female donors to monastic complex, Kitanaka and Buddhanika, wife of Gahapati Tummaka. So we get the names of 2 female donors also. The great general Mahasenapati had also participated in deeds of merit at Phanigiri, presumably through donations for the making of some part of the Buddhist structures. Now the Navakammikas were responsible for the architectural layout. I'll come to the biographical narratives a little later. They are very exciting, very interesting, both on the front and the rear. But first, let's just comment a little on the intrigue surrounding the discovery of these architraves. None of the Torana fragments were found in Singapore. So, the present access to the Phanigiri Buddhist complex is from the north. Approaching from the northern entrance, you cross a whole lot of Chaityagrahas, Shila mandapas, etc., and then arrive into this area where the caching, where a lot of fragments were discovered, but that too apparently is not the original in situ position. There's a debate around that as well. Coming to the architraves, I had shown you one architrave. This is the second one on the obverse and the reverse. Now, during my site visits in January 2017 and then again in June 2018, On the available portion of Architrave 5, this is Architrave 5, which has a Hasti Makara terminal, the first scene is partially lost and represents the victory over Mara. So this is half damaged Mara Vijaya. Very clearly, this is Mara Vijaya. You can see Mara here. And juxtaposing, in a sense, his transformation from a bodhisattva to the Buddha with his first sermon. The continuous biographical narrative of the Buddha at Phanigiri does not proceed beyond his first sermon, and in that sense is incomplete, in the sense that it does not go up to the Mahaparinirvana or his salvation, his nirvana. In that sense, it does not cover the entirety of Buddha's life. And here, again, inscribed in the yellow box is this piece on site, which is being published in a paper by Monica Zinn, but the photograph belongs to Peter Skilling. For a long time, from 2008 onwards, scholars mistakenly thought that the biographical narratives were on one Torana architrave. Actually, they are on the obverse face of all the three. And a lot of scholars thought that this was the Torana. This was just an architrave of, the two architrave Torana. Makes the presence of differing composite animals motifs at the two ends of the same architrave unlikely. They were symmetrically very conscious. Second, when architectural design, proportion, and the development of sculptural narrative on the architraves are correlated and comprehensively assessed on the underside, quite like the Sachi Toran, which is absent in the top and the middle architraves. This clearly suggests to me a Torana with three architraves, and hence this reconstruction. Now, so the visualization of Buddha's life narratives on the Phanigiri Torana architraves is interrupted only on account of the lost or missing parts. And those lost and missing subject matters are possible to correlate from sites like Nagarjunakonda, Amaravati, and other sites that have yielded birth narratives of life cycle narratives of Siddhartha to know what was the prevalent tradition in the region. Buddha's biography unfolds systematically and sequentially from the right to the left on each of these three architraves, with episodes moving from events surrounding the Bodhisattva's birth on the lowest architrave. So what would have preceded this actual Maya under the Shala tree? Let me list it out. And I have also offered the correlates from Nagarjunakonda. Sequence is at least clearly available. Now the surviving die of the lowest architrave bears on its rear side, this one, a figure seated on a stool in a thoughtful posture, flanked by two Chauri bearers here, perhaps on an elephant like this, we do not know. The procession moves here. Now this piece is no longer available to us. It is lost, broken, stolen. Only half of it was found in the debris in the upper loft of that. The procession with the elephant, the horse riders, looks busy and celebratory. Banners held up, musical instruments, a person blowing a conch, a drummer, several other figures with shields and swords. The procession leads to a scene of adoration of a Chaitya Stambha by a congregation of 12 monks making floral offerings. So here we are, there's a Chaitya Stambha with a pillaret pointing out, and you have 12 monks. It's like a congregation of monks. That is where this procession seems to be.
Phanigiri, may the echoes of its tales continue to resonate within you. Let us cherish and preserve these legacies, for they are the threads that weave together the vibrant existence of our shared human experience.